welcome back. And with us now over the phone live is Mr. Simon Sayegh, the tourism expert. Good morning, Mr. Sayegh.
Good morning.
How are you doing, sir?
Thank you.
Happy
Thank
Eid
you.
al-Fitr
Very good.
to
And
all of
yourself?
us. Right. So we're talking about how Egyptians domestically celebrate the festivities of Eid al-Fitr, and also the most attractive destinations where you can move on. Because as you know, that people, Egypt, have seasonably important attractions for every season, for every occasion. I mean, you could visit Egypt to enjoy yourself for every season, even during Eid al-Fitr or Eid al-Adha. So talk to us about the festivities of Eid al-Fitr.
Well, actually, Eid al-Fitr is a unique cultural occasion that gives everyone in Egypt and every visitor to Egypt a glimpse into Egypt's colorful past and present. It's a participation in the customs, rituals, traditions. It's actually the nation year of celebration and vacation. So we have to consider that every Egyptian is giving for that a very special schedule in order to enjoy it. During that Eid, we have a lot of tradition, like praying, going out, buying new clothes, having special food, congratulating each other, going to the mosque and pray. And from there, we can understand how vacation is of that importance. In Egypt, during that moment, we go and we visit a lot of areas, and the country is preparing always a lot of places to be visited. I'll give you some examples that we don't talk about them, and they are really wonderful. And this year, they were really well occupied, like Kulthum Park in Manial, which is a garden characterized by beautiful gardens overlooking the Nile, and it's distinguished by its extreme cleanliness and lack of crowding, calm atmosphere, idyllic climate, and the area itself, it's 18,000 cubic meters. It has a large variety of rare plants and trees. It is located in front of the Manial University Hospital on the Nile, and you know the price is only £10. We have also this year opened Zamalek Gardens, and there are several parks in the Zamalek area, and as we know now there is a metro station over there, so everyone can go to Zamalek, and there is also over there very famous places to go, and the entrance is really low. I'll give you a big example, like Andalus Park. It overlooks the Nile, located at the beginning of El Gezira Street, near the new Opera Square and the first Nile Palace Bridge. And also we have over there the Freedom Park, which is located, let's say, direct beside and next to Qasr Nil Bridge on the Nile. And it has recently witnessed major development works, as well as the Gezira Park, the fish and the river, all of which are very distinguished and very popular. Also, we have this year Orman Park in Giza, which is characterized by tranquility and is full of rare trees, distinguished flowers and various plants. And over there, if you take your children, there is wonderful views. It has a rare group of trees and palms. It has been extended into 4 small gardens, which are the Cactus Garden, the Rose Garden, the Palm Quarter, and the Bird of Paradise Garden, with the Haunted Garden Lake with lotus flower. Also, we have opened the Japanese Garden in Helwan. It has many aesthetic views that makes you feel you visited Japan while you are in Egypt. It is distinguished by its Japanese style design, with buildings having umbrella shape and its huge statues. and it also has water games for children where you can take the best souvenir photo. Also, we have Al-Azhar Park, and Al-Azhar Park is that famous park that has been established in Cairo in an area 71 acres, and it is distinguished by water fountains, restaurants, and visitors can go over there to overlook all Cairo, to see the historical buildings, and it's 40 meters above the area. Children, even 4 years old and 3 years old, are of course, free entrance and can enjoy it. Never to forget the International Park, which is one of the largest and most beautiful parks in Cairo, and it receives great attention from the Specialized Parks Authority. It has so-called pavilions that resemble squares, and each pavilion is dedicated to a country bearing its emblem, which is the secret of its name as the International Park. It is 55 acres and has 2 areas allocated for entertainment games for children, in addition to the train that roams the park to see its views, and it has a mini zoo that was created recently. And the park has witnessed great development in increasing the green area, deploying a number of surveillance cameras, and developing a number of pavilions, and establishing an events hall. And you know, the price, as usual, is only £10, and for kids, it's free. So Egypt, during that period, is giving a huge variety for the kids to enjoy the Eid. So that Eid, especially that one, is a real festival. It's a feast. And let's say everyone likes to celebrate it and to give it a very, very high recognition. It's one of the even best celebration to break the fast. And we celebrate it in a beautiful way with the family, with the friends, with the neighbors. We all celebrate as many nations together. The whole area, let's say, becomes to be one unity. It's a recall for love, for sacrifice, for being together.
Right. So we're talking about special festivities that are related to Eid al-Fitr. Probably people who are non-Egyptians probably don't know it. And we share it over here, like the cookies, the stuffed cookies, like the trades that we share in the early morning, like how people exchange the cookies and the biscuits and all that. In general, as we are speaking, the Egyptian cuisine is very, very popular and very attractive, that it has created gastronomic tourism. Gastronomy is one of the main factors of Egyptian tourism. Talk to us about the Egyptian gastronomy, how it is a touristic attraction, and how the Egyptian cuisine in that sense could be attracting more tourists during Eid al-Fitr.
Well, the Egyptian cuisine is a really famous one for using vegetables, fruits, because we are very famous by that production. Also, we are well known by vegetables, rice, stuffed, like, for example, the grape leaves. We have also a nice production of hummus, of falafel, of shawarma, of kebab, and kofta. Egypt is well known by fulmedammes, which is mashed fava beans. We have also the koshari, we have the lance, we have the pasta, we have the molokhia. Egypt has its very famous pita bread, which we call in Arabic aish baladi, and it's well known by that. So the Egyptian cuisine, using all of those ingredients, will add, of course, on top of it for the Eid, the meat, the chicken, the lamb, and it's very well used. For example, we have a lot of places that will grill the meat, will grill the lamb, will grill the chicken for you. So it is a delicacy during that period, and we are well known also by the fish, by the seafood, because we have 3,000 kilometers of coastal regions. Egypt is well known by its cuisine and its historically, let's say, so famous by that. So many people, when they come to us, like to taste our rice, our barley, our wheat. You know, from the medieval periods, we are well known by a very high quality production. By the features of our Egyptian cuisine, it's a really good for diet because it's very healthy cuisine. It's not heavy, as people sometimes talk about using some ghee or so, but it's a very healthy cuisine. And Egyptians have access to various spices that through the year has marked our cuisine. Like, for example, the cumin, which is a very commonly used spice. We also use coriander, cardamom, chili, aniseed, the bay leaves, the dill, the parsley, the ginger, the cinnamon, the mint, the cloves. So we have also very common and unknown meat, like, for example, the pigeon that we use in our cuisine, the duck that is often boiled to make the broth for various stew and soups. The lamb and beef are the most common meats for the grilling, let's say for the grilling, and the grilled meats such as kofta, such as kebab, and we have also the grill fillets, and we have many categories that are well known. We are very popular also by liver sandwiches. When you go to Alexandria for the fast food, many places that are serving that liver fried with bell peppers, with chili, with garlic, with cumin, and many spices with our mini baguette, which we call in our language aish fino. Also, Egypt is well known by delicacy, and we are still enjoying till today our dishes and inviting everyone for our rich, buttery, and delicate food. Our pastry also and our cheeses are well known worldwide and also in the Middle East. And since the time of the pharaohs at Saqqara, we can find cheeses that has been mummified in our museums, which shows that we are pioneer in that production. For the bread also, we have a lot of variety. For the starters and for the salads, we have the baba ghanoush, we have the dukka, we have the goulash, we have the salata baladi, tahina, we have the Egyptian torshi. And for the main courses, we never forget in Egypt the fatir mishalte, and it's well known all over the world, and it's considered one of the best ever breads if you search for that. Egypt has some special veggie like the okra that we call in Arabic bamia. We have also in Egypt a dip that is made from peeled fava beans and leafy greens, and it is served cold and is normally topped with fried onion. We call it bisara. We have a type of omelette that is made with parsley and flour, similar to the frittata, and it's baked in the oven in a deep skillet, and we call it agga in Egypt.
You mean the one similar to the paella in Spain?
Of course.
That they use the eggplant. It's almost similar to one that we do it here, the egga. In Spain, they call it the paella. And it has other
we have a traditional dish also that is eaten on festive occasion, particularly in Eid al-Adha, which is very soon that will be, which is the fatta, which is a mixture of rice, chunks of lamb meat with Egyptian bread and pieces that will be put in, and then we put it in the oven and we cover it with tomato or vinegar-based sauce. We have also the millet that is fermented that will be eating in the next Eid. Egypt is well known also by the hawawshi, which is a turnover pastry filled with minced meat, marinated in onion, pepper, parsley, and sometimes hot peppers or chilies. Our kebab, which is usually chopped lamb or beef meat grilled over a charcoal. We never forgot that we have, for example, in Egypt, a kind of cow trotters, which is often eaten with fata, and it's also common to boil the trotters
Exactly.
into a broth.
Right. But we're talking about, in particular, Eid al-Fitr. What are the programs and the incentives that the Ministry of Tourism have prepared for the visitors, I mean special visitors during Eid al-Fitr to visit Egypt? Besides, of course, the Egyptian cuisine, the cookies that are very popular, and that even they are sold even in the Arab countries. That particular taste and essence, the Egyptian cuisine, the special cookies of the Eid. What other programs that the Egyptian Ministry of Tourism have set for visitors during Eid al-Fitr?
Well, visitors that came to Egypt were initially, if they come from the Gulf, they were targeting the beaches to spend vacation with their family and kids, which is Sharm el-Sheikh mainly. And we know now that there is a lot of charters coming to Hurghada, also from Europe. So Europeans found a very good prices from Western Europe coming to Hurghada, and from Eastern Europe they found a very good price charters to come to Sharm el-Sheikh. And from the Gulf, they also has been to Sharm el-Sheikh as it's the closest and the most beautiful destination that they like. And mostly they were in this area, not in Cairo. In Cairo, we made programs so they come during the fasting period, which during that period they will assist to al-iftar and al-suhoor, and in between in all the nightlife and festivities. Like in every wakala, they were a darwish that was dancing, like al-anun, like al-oud, like al-nay, our Egyptian music that were played. All cafes in Khan Khalili and in downtown were open to receive people. Singers were singing and spending a holy nights with that. All our mosques were open for prayers, from Al-Azhar, Al-Mosque area, all those popular areas, all of the mosques were open. Khan al-Khalili Street, which is Al-Mu'izz al-Din al-Fatimi, from Bab al-Futuh to Bab Zuwela, all of the area is very rich of historical buildings and very antique places to visit. We have opened all the old houses so they can enter and see the Egyptian life during the 15th and the 16th century, how it was, like Beit Zahini. Also, some museums were open with a very special occasion, like Gar Anderson beside Gama Ibn Tulun, the area of Al-Ala with the famous mosques like Sultan Hassan and Gama al-Rifa'i, and all the way down. All of those areas were very attractive for people coming to spend their vacation.
Right. Mr. Simon Sayegh, the tourism expert, would like to thank you so much. You enjoy Eid al-Fitr, a beautiful morning to you. Thank you for talking to us in the breakfast show. And we're going to go to a short break and we'll come to continue the breakfast show, so stay with us.